Volume 64, 100,000 versus 10. So we've got the crew, and some of them have learned some new abilities that we see in this one. So let's get into it. So it starts with the king. He's all tied up, and he's upset because his wife was murdered, but he couldn't revenge her death because then he would be murdering somebody, and it's a cycle. And he says, "Why am I not allowed to kill the one who murdered my wife? That is something I will never understand." But that's the difference between good guys and bad guys. So in the flashback, it shows the queen's funeral and how everybody showed up to mourn her. But the sons, the princes, they say that they're going to continue their mom's work. Let us dream of the sun once more. So Jinbei finishes telling this story, and Nami's coming to terms with it. And it's really sweet because she goes, "It's true that I suffered terribly because of Arlong, but I met some great people because of that." Sanji, you mean me, right? It's all connected. I can't hate you just because you're a fishman. So don't apologize to me about my life. It's not all bad. I'm having a lot of fun now. So that's a positive way to look at it. And Jinbei is very touched. Thank you. So now everybody's getting along and making amends. And throughout this whole story, Luffy has been sleeping. He's not paying attention to important storylines. Jinbei, so what happened to the robber the queen caught? That was like the first scene. You slept through the whole thing? So now they have to go back, and the princess is really happy to hear about her mom. So kind of get a rundown of the bad guy again and what he's up to. He still has the king captured. Here's your great knight. He's a decrepit old man. So everybody's sad. They're gonna go try to save him. It was sort of our fault that the king was captured. Well, it was mostly Zoro's fault. What did you people do? Oh, and at the same time, Zoro, Brook, and who else? Usopp? They're trapped in this cage, and it's in a room that's being filled up with water, so they're gonna drown. So hopefully they can escape. And we find out Brook has a special power. Maybe it's not on this page. But the princess is trying to figure out if she has her power or not and how to use it. And Jinbei's stopping him. He doesn't want Luffy to fight because that will cause more problems between the fishmen and the humans. So it has to be done in the right way. Jinbei, Hodie's got my crew, and if I don't get him, my friends and everybody else will be in danger. I'm going. If you want to stop me, go ahead and try. So, you're his little brother, all right. But if you won't stay put, you leave me no choice. So they start fighting, and then Robin breaks it up. She doesn't really know what's going on, but she just sees them fighting, and she goes, "Aren't you guys friends?" So, Zoro says he just needs one sword and he can cut them out. Whoa, you can be so handy. So here's Brook's thing. I guess he can turn into a ghost or separate his spirit or something. And they're trying to get the keys. And so all these fishmen, bad guys, are taking steroids pretty much, and it's affecting their bodies, and they're having really bad side effects. Oh, and in this chapter, it's a little whale. Whatever he's doing. And Crazy Man shaved his head because the princess rejected him. And And he's now decided that since she rejected him, that she must die. So he can't have her. He's going all in. Then we get an update. So I guess Hody Jones, he's a great white shark fisherman. He had a transformation, so now instead of black hair, it all turned white. Too many steroids. And the princes come, they're trying to defend their father. And you will take nothing from us. We will defeat you and build a future of peace with the humans. If you win, you will initiate centuries of bitter conflict. So they're fighting for their people and their future. I'm sorry, Father, but they get captured. So it's not looking good. And the lady who tells fortunes, she gets shot because she said that Straw Hat will bring annihilation or destruction to Fishman Island. And Hody Jones doesn't like that. And then we get a big reveal. Hody Jones says he is the one that killed the queen. Da, da, da. I saw this coming. I knew it wasn't a human. But everyone is shocked. And Vander Decken, he's deciding he's going to throw the entire arc at the queen. I mean the princess. Because he has that weird ability where the things he shoots are like homing beacons. But somebody else knew the truth about the queen. We find out the princess knew that Hody Jones killed her because the shark knew and he told her. But she's been keeping a secret because her mom said, whoever the culprit is, don't let hatred consume you. So she was following her mom's last request. Then everyone's crying for Luffy. Luffy, save us. Who's inside the shark this time? It's Luffy. So he is ready for a showdown. And, oh, this is the last shot. Then the whole crew's here. Looks like they got out of their cage. And we'll see if they can take him down. Oh, actually, it's not done. Luffy is yelling, and you kind of get the backstory of how this plan came about. Jinbei says, let me go in first, let me get beat up, then you can come save me, and it won't be as bad as a human fighting a fisherman. And then Luffy goes in this whole speech about how he doesn't want to be a hero, even though he is. He saves people all the time, but we're pirates. I love heroes, but I don't want to be one. Hody Jones starts saying that he's going to be king of the pirates, and we know Luffy doesn't like that. Pirate king. And so Hody Jones has 100,000 people on his side. So they're all getting ready. And it's kind of like Lord of the Rings. Zoro and Sanji are saying that they're going to have a competition of who can defeat more. There are 10 of us, so we need to clobber 10,000 apiece. Numbers aren't everything. It's not like they're elite Navy troops. But then Luffy uses his haki power and takes out half of them just in one go. What's going on? He can do this after only 2 years of training? Zoro, he'd better be able to do that much or I'll have to take over as captain. Even if you have defeated 50,000 of our men, we still have 50,000 left. Come on, Luffy, 50,000, you have to share. Very much Legolas vibes from Zoro. But there's only room in this world for one king of the pirates. Everyone's getting ready to fight. Zoro shows off this new black rope dragon twister. It's still going. It's a tornado that cuts flesh. Run before it gets you. How far is it going to chase us? To the pits of hell. Okay. Sanji also has a new ability. He can fly. So he can run way up in the sky. And then Chopper has this giant tank. I am Commander Chopper. So everybody's fighting. The Kraken becomes friends with Luffy. You were our pet before, remember? We're friends. So now the Kraken is nice. Frankie turns into this giant transformer thing, which everyone is very excited by. And Chopper has a new form. And Luffy thinks he looks like a stag beetle, which he kind of does. Oh, this is a cool shot. Straw Hat, I won't let you get to the captain. He walks right through as his crew fights everyone around him. So, I'm burning with rage now. That's the Ark of Prophecy. So, this giant ark is heading towards Fishman Island, and it's gonna destroy it. So, we'll see what Luffy does with this one.